Hello, today I'm going to be going into a tool I created. It's up on Amazon. It's a short ebook titled 100 AI Prompts to Get Your Next Story Idea Fantasy Edition. Now, what it is for is that if you struggle with coming up with new story ideas, it is a tool to help you plant a seed that you can grow into a great big tree that would be your novel, your story. Okay? And how you use it is that you take a prompt, you might sculpt it a little bit, and I include some guidelines, some tips and tricks on how you can sculpt prompts to get the most out of them to effectively generate an unlimited number of ideas. And now I'm going to show you kind of how you can do that. I've done this all ahead of time so the video doesn't drag on waiting for the AI to generate stuff. So I took one prompt out of the book and tweaked it just a little bit. Give me some epic fantasy plot ideas where a legendary hero returns but is horrified by how myths have distorted them. Okay, my tweak was basically to put in the epic fantasy aspect of it and the language a little bit. And again, guidelines, tips and tricks and all that are in the book. So it gave me 10 ideas, plot ideas. And what you would do is you would look through, find bits and pieces that you like or an idea you like, and then you'd have a WordPad document that you would copy and paste things into, and you use what the AI gives you as a brainstorming tool to get some things that you like, that appeal to you, and then you build on them. But let's say you look through and nothing really stands out to you, nothing is capturing your imagination. Well, what you could do, because AI uses a conversation-based system, you don't have to keep doing the same prompt or anything. You can just simply add a new little bit of information. So, give me some new plot ideas, but with some darker elements. So it remembers the previous portion of the conversation in its memory. So now it's going to give another, I believe, 10 ideas based on the request for adding darker elements. Basically, it's going to look through its databanks, things that are commonly found in dark fantasy, and start weaving some of those elements into what it's giving. Okay, and then there was another 10 ideas. Look through here. There's 10 of them. And what I did then was that I grabbed some sentences from the second and third ideas on here that appealed to me. The third one first. The world believes their hero died sealing the rift of nightmares. Myths say their soul ascended to the stars. The reality, they didn't ascend. They dissolved into the rift, living centuries in a landscape made of fear and hallucination. And the second one. The hero was a brilliant tactician who ended a great war. Myth paints their strategies as clever and righteous. The reality. They won by using forbidden magic that forced enemies to drown themselves, burn villages, and slaughter their own armies. Those were the 4 pieces I liked. So what I did was I made a new prompt. Give me some new plot ideas mixing these elements, and then I pasted in those 4 lines. And it gave me, I believe, another 8 different ideas. Yes. So again, what you would do is you would look through them, see what appeals to you, ignore what doesn't, copy and paste over into a note document or a WordPad so you have, better formatting. Notepad, if you pasted stuff in, you have that problem with Notepad. You use WordPad if you're going to use, or whatever your preferred doc is, note-taking doc is. So that's what you would copy and paste over into a note doc, whatever bits and pieces you like, and then you might want to read through and say, okay, I don't like this as much anymore, get rid of it. This, I like this, but I want to tweak this, this, and this. Okay, you're brainstorming. You're letting the creative juices flow. No more writer's block. No more trouble coming up with ideas for stories. And as for, the book, 100 prompts, again, this was only one prompt, and I have so far gotten 28 different ideas from it. Some of them are more similar, of course, because you're starting from a single point, but the point is that you can, again, just grab little bits and pieces out of the different ideas, and what you end up with before you start doing your world building and plotting and everything may barely resemble the original prompt. But again, the prompts are just seeds to help you grow that tree that becomes your big story. Again, short story, medium story, novel, novella, novel, whatever. But the prompts are seeds. Using the AI as a brainstorming tool, you really can get practically unlimited story ideas. So that's all there is to it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and in the comments, I want you to actually consider these 4 lines that I chose. The world believes their hero died sealing the Rift of Nightmares. Myths say their soul ascended into the stars. The reality, they didn't ascend, they dissolved into the rift, living centuries in a landscape made of fear and hallucination. The hero was a brilliant tactician who ended a great war. Myths paint their strategies as clever and righteous. They won by using forbidden magic that forced enemies to drown themselves, burn villages, and slaughter their own armies. Reality. I want you to look at those, and in the comments, give me your paragraph or 2 description of what you think that story would look like. I want you to use that as a prompt for yourself and give me in the comments what you think that story would be about. So again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.